Hey everybody, welcome to Vegans Talking Shit. I'm Joey. And yeah, no Jon, no Vanessa. Yeah, they're taking care of family business, but we agreed early on that we'll always have an episode coming out weekly every Tuesday. And so I am flying solo today. Is there a topic? Nope. Ordinarily, something like this would be a bonus episode because we try to do it so that the official episode, it's about a vegan topic and all three of us are there. There may or may not be a guest. Usually there isn't a guest, but the one thing that's consistent is that it's the three of us. And, well, because of family business that Jon and Vanessa are dealing with, we have to have an episode without them. Even though we usually reserve the bonus episodes for, let's say it's one of us or two of us rather than the usual three of us. So it's just me, and we'll see how it goes. I guess I'll start out with some interesting vegan news, interesting to me at least. Kraft Heinz has launched a plant-based Jell-O chocolate pudding. Those little cups. They sell those little cups of the Jell-O chocolate pudding and other flavors, I imagine, as well, but chocolate is the number one, for me at least. But yeah, it's made with oat milk, and it's clearly labeled on the packaging. It's available now, so yeah. Other than that, I figure I'll just sit here and tell you about some future episodes we're going to probably be working on pretty soon. We're going to have the return of Virginia LaFay. She contributed to the vegan dating episode and also the vegan/non-vegan card game we played. And yeah, she'll be returning so we can discuss vegan beauty products. And in addition, our friend Brad will be a guest in an episode. Brad is a cat owner, much like Jon and Vanessa. And I figured he'd be a good person to have on the show for the topic, which asks the question, why do so many vegans have cats? I think it would be a pretty cool episode. But when I spoke to Brad about it, he had an idea for a different topic. We'll see. That it's still in the works. But yes, our friend Brad, who we've spoken about several times, he will be a guest on the show soon. And we'll also do an episode on things that are unexpectedly not vegan. For example, many LCD screens contain animal cholesterol in the liquid crystals. And finally, I'm working on a bonus episode, or possibly a couple of episodes, where it's just me and someone from my family. I've already recorded with my brother, Jerry, and next will be my niece, Mallory. My original idea was to talk to them and intersperse the two conversations into a single episode, but now it's looking like it'll be a two-parter. My conversation with my brother ended up being about 2 hours long, and there's a lot of good stuff there, and I figured that I think it would be better if it were to be a two-parter. And really, it's just going to be a conversation or two conversations about me being vegan, them not being vegan, and how that changes the dynamic of things, and if it does at all. And I thought it would also be interesting to hear their point of view on the podcast itself and when they found out I was vegan. So it's a pretty personal episode for me, or episodes for me. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it could be interesting for our listeners. I guess we'll find out soon enough, but it's going to be a while. I'm thinking along the lines of like a month, maybe 2 months. I still have to sit down with my niece and record the conversation and then do the editing, but my plan is to get it done within the next month or two. So it wouldn't be a Vegans Talking Shit episode if we didn't stray off topic, and even though it's just me, I am going to stray off topic because I have something to say. For the last 5 years, since March 2020, I have been working from home. Like many others, I had to start working from home because of the COVID-19 pandemic. I was working very long days, and there were no days off, including weekends. My coworkers and I, we worked over 100 days straight, no days off at all. Saturday, Sunday, we were working. And then eventually things calmed down, but we continued to work from home. And it even got to a point where it became on the list of benefits of working for my employer. I won't get into where I work for reasons that, well, To put it bluntly, it simply isn't anyone's business, but also I might get in trouble. And I don't want to get in trouble. I do like my job. I enjoy what I do, and I want to keep it. So yeah, we were working from home 5 years straight. And then we were told, okay, thank you for working from home for the last 5 years, and your hard work and dedication is noted, but we need everyone to come back to the office. I'm not looking for pity or anything like that. I am well aware of the fact that most people don't get to work from home. And obviously there's some jobs where you can't work from home. If you're a plumber, you're not going to work from home, obviously. But if you work in, let's say, IT or at a phone bank, then you probably can work from home. I know that a lot of people hearing that, I have to return to the office, they're just like, well, you. You got to work from home all this time, and now you have to go to the office. Cry me a river. And I get it, but I think there's this misconception that people who work from home don't work as hard. But here's the thing. Working from home benefits the employee and the employer. And yes, clearly you have to be someone who has that discipline, who's willing to sit there and work a full day while at home. But it does benefit the employer. For one thing, employees are more likely to work while sick if they're working from home. During those 5 years working from home, I only took one sick day. And it wasn't even a physical sick day. It was a mental thing. I was just so stressed out this one particular day, and it was an extremely intense, extremely stressful and frustrating day. I was like, oh my God, I need to take this next day off. So I took a sick day. But in 5 years, one sick day. Why? Because if I was sick, I would work. Why not? I'm home already. And on top of that, plenty of people work while sick when they work in the office, but that's not good. If it's something that's contagious, there's the possibility of that illness spreading. Working from home, you're more likely to work while sick. Working in the office, you're more likely to call in sick or go into the office and risk infecting others. Another benefit to the employer, even though I kind of said it already, is higher productivity. I know that a lot of people are rolling their eyes and they're ready to call me a liar, but this is the truth. I've had a week of being in the office again. I'm working less. There are more distractions. There are more interruptions. I'm an introverted person, so I'm very comfortable working from home and not talking to others. But you have extroverted people who work in the office, so they're going to be walking around talking to people, and they might even distract the introverts. I remember this one place I worked. There was a guy, let's call him Lewis. Lewis would do what I would call making the rounds. Lewis would go around the office, person to person, cubicle to cubicle. He would go and have at least 10 minutes of conversation with each person. He would stop at each desk. Hey, man, how's your weekend? How are your kids? Very nice guy. Lewis, super nice guy. But that's distracting. How much work did Lewis get done? How much work did I get done when he was talking to me? I wasn't talking to anybody when I was working from home. And then there's the stuff I could do during my lunch hour. Dentist appointments, vet visits, doctor appointments, all that I could do during my lunch hour. Now that I work in the office, for all those things, I need to either take a half day or a full day off. And then there's other stuff, like, for example, if my AC breaks and I need to have the AC repairman come and fix the AC, or the cable guy is coming over, you get that window. Oh, we'll be there between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Okay, so I'm going to need to take a day off work now for that. Whereas before, I'm already home. So I'm just sitting there, and if I'm in the middle of a meeting, I can say, hey, things are going to be loud for a few minutes. I have to put this on. I have to be on mute. That's enough about work-related stuff, though. Let's talk about movies. Superman. Oh, man, that looks like it's going to be really good. Writer-director James Gunn is a huge comic book geek. He did a great job directing the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. He did a great job with the Suicide Squad. And now he's going to be tackling Superman. From what I've seen so far, it looks fantastic. I'm very excited for it. When it comes to the comics, I'm way more of a DC fan than Marvel. I would say that a good 90% of the comic books I own are DC, and maybe 5% are Marvel, and then the other 5% are other. But when it comes to movies, there's just no denying that Marvel has been getting it right for years and years, and DC, it's hit or miss. And it's been a lot of misses. I don't read that many Marvel comics, The only one I read regularly is Deadpool. I do like Spider-Man a lot, but I stopped reading Spider-Man, and I don't think I've ever read a single Fantastic Four comic book. But I do look forward to the movie. The trailer is really cool, and yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap things up now. Feels really weird doing this alone. I don't like it. I need Jon and Vanessa back badly. Doing this on my own sucks. So I'll end this here, and hopefully next week, Jon and Vanessa will be back, and things will go back to how they were. So for Vegans Talking Shit, I'm Joey, and I will see you later. Come back, Jon and Vanessa, please. Bye, everyone. Bye, bye, bye.